better. But I thought coming back from the Charlotte game, I thought for us in the first half was kind of similar in that way. But I thought we talked about at halftime for the group to get down, to be able to respond to the game. I thought it was positive. But a lot of good stuff defensively and offensively.
Yeah, you look at the combinations you've had out there through the 4 games, obviously 2 different starting lineups. Have you seen enough to determine the final starting lineup, or is that going to take the next week?
Yes, we're going to continue because we're getting healthy here. We'll be well. So there's some different combinations. Ryan could easily be in that rotation. He's made a case for that. He's on a 2-way. So there's a lot of good, positive stories here. And so we have some time to make a decision. So we'll see by the 21st who's starting and how the rotation will look.
Or just your thoughts of the group you went with in the starting line tonight, after seeing them for 2 games together and how they work together.
Yeah, I think defensively is fine. I think offensively we can get a little stagnant because we have so many mismatches, and so to play one-on-one, and that's not who we are. We want to cut, we want to use the pass, and we just didn't do that in that first 6 minutes. But I thought the second half, for us to be able to play the style that we want to play, I thought was it was an improvement, and so we got to look at that. But what I really liked is that group that ended the game played the right way. So we're going to show a lot of that on film to the others so that we can continue to improve offensively and defensively.
How do you think Cooper handled the 2 games as your starting point guard?
I thought he did great. Just understanding, time and score, understanding he's gonna keep an index of who got shots, what was the last shot, and that'll come with reps. But I think he's done an incredible job of handling the situation, of running the team. And the other thing that I think that is gone unnoticed is that his teammates enjoy him running the team. That doesn't happen in this league, so I think that's a plus.
What are the challenges for him on the defensive end, especially if he's going to be guarding ones in particular?
Yeah, I think just the screening. And pick and rolls are hard in this league, no matter 6'4", 6'2", or 6'8". When you're in the pick and roll in this league against guys who know how to run the pick and roll, it's hard. And so it becomes a 2-man game. And we'll get better at that, but I think his competition, his competitiveness is where he's going to figure it out sooner than later. And the more he's in these situations, I think the longer he's going to benefit.
What did you see with Gabe Vincent early in the game that allowed him to?
What's that?
What did you see at the beginning of the game with Gabe Vincent that allowed him to?
He was hot. It seemed like he was doing no miss tonight. He came out aggressive and scored 15 points right away. And then again, we've talked about this as a team. We can't foul shooters; they're just too good. You can't send them to the line. So we have to be better, but give him credit. He was extremely hot to start that game. But I thought we continued to work the game, and there were different guys on. Again, in this league, everybody can shoot threes, but he was shooting at a high clip tonight.
There's a lot of problems that we can do. Obviously defensively, it will be a problem. But also that can, hurt us as far as like perimeter things. So, just don't let anyone who rises up in front of them to paint, and we got guys who can kind of help us and clean up. So, but then offensively, we just much bigger than everybody on the floor. So there'll always be a matchup somewhere. Mismatch somewhere. So just got to rep it more. Got to see it Utah a little bit today, tonight, and then we got some plays, 7, something like that before 6 times. Man, I should never did that. I'm an old head. I can't be doing that. For our first game, so we'll be able to, look at some film, see what we can get better, see what looks really good.
Obviously, it's just preseason, but where have you seen your game kind of ramp up from the first preseason game to tonight?
Just finding my spots in the offense, kind of getting more familiar with the offense and where I'm going to get my shots. It's a lot of not only ball movement, but body movement. We just got to continue to just make the right play. Somebody's going to be open with our offense that we have. And we had some great looks today. We missed some. We made some. But it requires us to be a very conditioned team. And how we want to play defensively. So, but I feel good. Getting back to basketball after the time I missed with the eye, and now starting to find, somewhat of a rhythm and, get some real, I don't say meaningful, but some games in besides one against our now. So, feel good.
I was going to say, is there a switch that you flip once the regular season officially starts?
No, I try to approach every game, even preseason. That's what I played off for, to kind of get that rhythm. So going to the regular season, I feel good. Obviously, minutes increase. And it counts. It starts. So trying to get myself and all the guys ready for the 22nd. By using these 4 preseason games, and then this time that we had before game 1 to be physically, mentally ready.
How's Cooper handling all the things that rookies have to handle?
Like what?
Oh, just NBA life and the differences on the court and that sort of thing.
I don't know. You would have to ask him. We haven't. I don't know. I can say he's struggling. He can say he's great. I can say he's great. I don't really know, but it seems like he's handling pretty well. He's some things that us as vets, have to help him with. Like for instance, one tonight, I was at the top of the floor, and as a vet, I should have seen the clock for one shot in the first quarter, and he got into the ISO, missed, and then they ended up getting a shot out they missed. But things like that. But I mean, he's playing phenomenal both ends of the ball. He's adjusting very well. He asks questions, so most rookies hit a rookie wall just because it's a lot. Oh, look, let's ask him. He's here. He's right here. Let's ask him. Most guys hit a rookie wall, but like I said, I think his rookie season is going to be a lot different than most, because even though he has the expectations, we have a team where we don't have to put that much pressure on him to be himself. So I think he's great. I think he's been,
Starting lineup is big. What's your takeaways?
Yeah, I think, we used our size to our advantage. As Coach did, he put a lot of size out there, so I thought we used it to our advantage. Defensively, a switchable lineup. Rebounded well. So I think it was, we had good lines from there. It just works.
What are the adjustments for you?
I think just continuing to get comfortable. I made some mental lapses today. Time and score situations, got to be aware of what's on the clock at all times. Just got to stay more attached. Can't let a hot player keep getting looks. So he was high right away. So it's got to, some of those things you can definitely clean up.
What are the challenges of having to chase a guy like Gibbons around screens and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not easy. It's never easy, but you got to take the challenge and overcome that and just touch somebody's water off and get it going.
Okay, just the 3-point shooting overall. Just what you see from looks you guys are getting to how you guys are defending.
Yeah, I think we're getting great looks. Shots haven't been falling as consistent as we want, but it's preseason. Shots will fall. We're all going to trust all the reps, all the work we put in. So I think we're getting really good looks. When we play the brand of basketball we're going to play, we move the ball, get it around. And I think defensively, obviously we're still working on things, figuring out rotations and the system we want to play, but I think we make good strides just moving forward with our different coverages.
Is guarding guards like something that you do a lot?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it a good amount, like growing up. Just trying to be really versatile. It's obviously a lot easier to, defend and play team defense when, you're a switchable lineup and you can switch one before, take on those different matchups. So it's just something that I got to keep working on. Obviously, I can get my feet a lot better. Learn a lot of different things. The way guys like to, give the big shoulder and just push off. You got to learn how to kind of counteract that stuff. But obviously, there's a lot to learn. But I think, that's something I can do at a high level.
I know it's like a small sample, but just talk about how you assess being able to develop from that, playing the point of these last 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of room to grow. I think for us it's just not labeling somebody as a point guard or the one or somebody who's got to bring it up every time. If you watch, obviously PJ brought it up a bunch, I brought it up a bunch, Brian, D'Lo bring it up, D'Lo. Like just sharing the responsibility, so it's not, if I'm getting picked up 94 and like I was a little bit today, I'm like, hey, PJ, go get it. Like, he can initiate the offense and we can get in the same looks and the same things we want to get to with somebody else bringing up. So it's just, making it easier on each other.
I see a guy like Vincent rattle off like 5 straight threes in the first 4 minutes. Just, how do you deal with that as a competitor?
Yeah, like I said, just had some mental lapses and just got to learn from it. Got to be attached and just keep competing. Guys are going to get hot, guys are going to hit tough shots, but you got to do the best you can to just kind of limit the looks and opportunities they get.
Has there been any adjustment periods getting used to the NBA life that's surprised you or been tougher?
Not really. I think I've had a lot of great people around me and a lot of great vets and older guys on the team that, have kind of stepped in and shed a lot of wisdom on me and helped me be prepared as best I can. So I think it's been, as smooth as a transition as it could be. Obviously, there's always ups and downs, but I don't think there's any crazy surprises.
Thanks, guys.